Sonya on the radio. Whoa. Up until 10 o'clock this morning, trust in the Lord with all your heart. It's Tuesday, the last day of February, to be exact. We've got Caleb Weston in the studios this morning. Been doing some little back-to-back interviews today, but we are so thankful that Caleb is here this morning. Empower Camps. Good morning to you, Caleb. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you so much. You've been waiting for me out there.
Well, not too long. It's a nice place to hang out.
I know. That means that I owe you, of course, a snack for today.
Oh.
Anyways, we've been kind of waiting for this interview for like maybe a few weeks already, maybe more.
Yes.
But
Okay.
I'm so thankful that you are here this morning, because this has been an interview that's been in the works, like I mentioned, for a few weeks already. But lots to talk about, a little bit of time, of course, to get all the information. But you are part of Empower Camps, and we are so grateful that you are here. Let us know about this awesome organization.
Yeah, so Empower Camps, we're a newer nonprofit here, based here in Lubbock.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Empower Camps of Texas, so we're trying to spread out for the entire state. But what we do is we provide camp and out-of-town facilities for individuals with disabilities.
Okay.
So we go and we have different events, such as we go shoot bows and arrows, and we have s'mores, and we have karaoke, and we have all sorts of fun stuff outdoors.
Wow, something very, very interesting as far as a camp, right? And this is majority for ages.
So we serve ages anywhere from 18 and up, mostly. Eventually we would like to go into some children stuff too, but for right now we're focused on individuals who are over 18, who are disabled, and the majority of our population are actually living in group homes and or things like that. And so we're trying to get people out of town, going and doing something and getting a break from life.
So tell me, when was Empower Camps founded?
So we've been around for now, I think we're going on our second year.
Oh, okay.
So we just celebrated our first anniversary a couple months ago.
Oh, wow. Amazing. And I'm assuming that you've been a part of this organization for how long, sir?
I've been a part of the organization for about just over a year.
Over a year. So tell me, how does it feel to be a part of this organization? What do you see that most people don't see?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, so I've been in this field for a long time, working with people with disabilities. But coming over to this side of things, we aren't so much focused on making money and things like that. It's about making people smile, getting people to go out, and so seeing the joy on people's faces, seeing them go to do things that they don't normally get to do. It's just incredible.
So this camp basically is for those that struggle with some kind of disability, correct?
Yes, a wide range of intellectual and developmental disabilities.
And what do we see most of? Can you mention that on the radio?
So we have a very wide range. So we have some individuals who are completely need some kind of assistance, so we either help feed them or they're in a wheelchair, things like that, and we support all of those type of things. And then we have another wide range of individuals who are very ambulatory. They're out walking around, very independent, and kind of help and keep them in line and get them over to the right events and things like that. And they even help us sometimes keep us going where we're supposed to be going.
Now, you mentioned that this place is in Floydada, correct?
So our camps so far have been out at the Plains Baptist camp out in Floydada, yes.
Okay. Now, you had mentioned about the group there, those that are a part of the camp, the volunteers that are actually amazing. Let us know, how many volunteers are actually at this location when there is a camp?
So it depends on how many people go to the camp, like how many individuals are the campers. But we have tried to keep it to where there's at least 3 campers per 1 counselor. So the camp itself, Plains Baptist, does a great job of providing food and helping us with service supports on the outside. And then we bring some counselors in, and we sometimes, I think the last time we were there, we had about 13 counselors.
Wow. So to those 13, they get 3, right? You mentioned?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Sometimes they get 1. I mean, it depends on the individual's needs. Yes.
Okay. So what are some of the things that besides all that fun that you had mentioned? Now, I'm assuming that there is a time gap. How many times these kids actually go to camp? Is it so many times within the year? Or how does that work, sir?
We schedule 2 per year, so we have our first camp coming up in May and our second camp coming in October. But we have in the past done some special camps. One of the other side benefits of this is some of the providers people here in town that work with people with disabilities, they'll contact us because maybe their staff need a break. And we can help with that as well. So we've had a couple special camps where like last year in 2022, we actually did 4 camps.
Oh, wow. Now, you had mentioned about a fundraiser that's coming up.
Yes, on July 29th, we have our first, it's called Clays for Camp. It's going to be a sporting clay shoot at the Lubbock shooting range. And so it's going to be July 29th, and more information is going to be on our website and social media stuff.
Where can people learn more about Empower Camps?
So our website is empowercamps.org. And we're also on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Just search for Empower Camps of Texas, and we're there.
Awesome. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and go with, of course, a song right here on 98.7 FM. I'm going to find out more information about, of course, Empower Camps as, of course, we continue to find out more details about this amazing organization. I do believe that there is a number that people can inquire more about, right, Caleb?
A phone number, yes.
Yeah. What is that number?
So they can call me at 806-239-2364.
All right, guys. We'll be back with Caleb, Empower Camps, right here on 98.7 FM. Caleb is still in the studios with us this morning talking about a great organization here in the Lubbock area called Empower Camps. So thankful that you are here, Caleb.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. All right. So, it's awesome to receive, of course, a email from Doug and to inquire about an organization like this that has been around for a few years, like you mentioned, right?
Right.
Now, we did talk about, of course, the camp that's coming up in May 12th. There is a process, right, that you had talked about off the radio, but we want to go ahead and get that out because, you never know who's listening, and it might be somebody just like me that does not have any idea about a camp like this, an organization like this that does so much for the community. Let us know about that application process this morning.
Yeah, so to apply, we don't unfortunately have an online application yet. We are working on that. But our application process is pretty easy. Just let us know. My number, like I said earlier, is 806-239-2364, or you can go to our website, empowercamps.org. There's a link there that you can email us and send us some information, and we will be in touch, and we can send you the application so that you can get applied.
Now, I do have to say, for those that are tuning in this morning, if there is a question or a concern, we do have a text line number that they can actually, of course, text us the question, and we'll pass it by to you, Caleb. But that number is 806-419-4660. So if you have any questions about Empower Camps, you can text us at that number, and we will pass the question to Caleb, and Caleb will, of course, address it to the best, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you did mention about the application not being online. What is the process of all that as far as like how much of a time gap do we have before the May 12th date?
So with the May camp, we do want to get the applications in as soon as we can. So like middle of April is probably kind of going to be our deadline, just so it gives us time. We need to plan on how many counselors we're going to have at the camp and make sure everything's in line and ready to go. So we just want to make sure we have plenty of time to look at all that and go through that process.
Awesome. Now, I do know that we were talking about the October. Now, you guys,
Yes.
now that's really awesome. Do you guys, now I know that you were talking about in October, you guys usually do the Halloween
We do a Halloween theme, yes.
So is there any kind of theme in the May camp?
May camp will have a theme. It hasn't been decided yet.
That's why you're not saying anything.
Yeah, I haven't said that. The camp committee has not decided that part yet. But they're supposed to be working on that this week or next week. So we will have a theme pretty soon. And our website actually has a link where you can actually go to the event page, and it'll have links to the camps in both May and October and our shootout. So everything's there, so they can go and look at the dates and all of that stuff as well.
Now that, the fact is that you don't know of the theme yet, what are some of the May themes, like that you can mention that you have had prior to the camp?
So last year's May theme was Texas, like it was the Lone
really?
Star State. So we made Texas basically our entire theme.
Yeah.
And so everything was about Texas. So we had a big Texas flag. Everybody had their picture taken with it.
Oh, wow.
Our shirts had the big Texas flag with a heart in it, and it talked about Empower Camps. So that's one of them. We've also did like a winter one, so it was like Winter Wonderland.
Oh, wow.
Because we did one like it was in February last
Yeah.
year. So it was really cold, so we called it Winter Wonderland. So there's been several different themes that they've done for that.
So you've had a camp in February.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, we did. It was a little bit of a modified camp. Luckily, the campground that we go to has indoor cabin stuff, so that's where we actually stay.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
it's not like we're sleeping out in tents and stuff, which makes it easier for a lot of our individuals to be able to get in and out of too.
Well, of course.
And so, of course, in the summertime it gets really hot, so it's air
Yeah.
conditioned, and in the wintertime it's
warm.
nice and warm, so they can do things.
I have to ask Caleb, because of the simple fact that you had mentioned that the those that come in may or may not have disabilities, right? So as far as the volunteer work, do you guys recruit volunteers as well?
We do recruit volunteers.
I know it's a question I didn't ask.
We're always looking for more volunteers. So again, that's a process. If you are interested in that, you can go ahead and send us a message on our website or on our social medias, and we'll be in touch with you. We do have an application process for that as well. And there is a little bit more of a process with that because we do a background check and things like that, just to make sure whoever comes out there isn't somebody that doesn't need to be with those individuals.
Well, I'll get you. Totally understandable.
And we do some training as well, so it's not going to be like you're just thrown into it. We do some training and try to make sure that the support staff are really good with those individuals that they're supporting. How
long is the training, if you don't mind me asking, for those that want to volunteer?
It depends on their level when they come in. Some of our volunteers are actually already in the field, and we already have some of that training. If they come in straight off the street, it might take a couple days just to go through everything that we would need to go through to make sure they're ready to go.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and go with some more music. Actually, we got commercial break. We're going to play a song, and then we're going to wrap it up with maybe some of the things that we did not talk about for those that are tuning in right here on 98.7 FM. Hey, guys, you're listening to Lubbock's local contemporary Christian radio station, Walk by Faith Radio 98.7. It's 9:04. Got to mention that we're about to conclude the interview with Caleb Weston here in the studios. Empower Camps, man, so much to talk about. Very little bit of time to do it, but I know that this will not be the only time that I see you, right, Caleb?
Right.
Now, I have to, of course, say, because, like behind the scenes, nobody gets to see behind the mics, And I told Caleb, I was like, so you want to make sure that your volume is set on your headphones. And then I said, you want to get close, but you don't want to get too close to the microphone, because then you're going to be kissing the microphone.
Yeah.
And I have to say that within the past 30 minutes, I have kissed the microphone 2 or 3 times already.
Yeah, me and this microphone have not got that close yet.
Oh my God, I just had to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Because I can already see somebody laughing.
Right.
You're laughing.
No, it makes sense. And I'm not going to make out with your microphone. It's a very nice microphone, though. I like it.
All right. So we, of course, are going to conclude the interview. But, man, we've been talking about so much behind the scenes. Now, we were talking about the May camp themes. Now, let us know about the Halloween themes.
Yeah, so October, we have an October camp, and we've done a Halloween theme the last couple years. And so, like, last year was a lot of fun. We had the Halloween theme, so everybody brought a costume. And so on one night, everybody dressed up, and we had dinner in our costumes, but then we also went and we had, like, a Halloween dance. And
wow.
We dressed up, and we danced, a lot of Thriller and things like that. Michael Jackson played.
I just thought of 13 going on 30.
Yeah. So a lot of fun, but we had all sorts of different costumes. People in pirate costumes and dinosaur, unicorns. I mean, we had all sorts of different costumes. So it was a lot of fun.
So what were you dressed as?
Oh, well, see, my role was the photographer for the camp.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was dressed as a tourist, and I had my Hawaiian shirt on, and I had 3 cameras that I was carrying around. So more my back was hurting is what mine was, but it was as a tourist is what I was trying to be dressed as.
Now that we're talking about the Halloween theme, I know we're going to go off subject here a little bit, okay? So I have a husky at home, right?
Okay.
All right. Now this dude is, he is literally blind from his right eye.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So when we got him, his name was, he was given to us by the name of Ciego, meaning he's blind. That was his name. So
Okay.
I have kids at home. So to me, that was just like, no, we can't do that. We've got to change his name. So we didn't want to confuse him so much. So we
Right.
called him Diego.
Yeah,
But yes,
makes sense.
a few days ago, check this out. I was in my room and he was kind of like just roaming around in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And he made this noise like, and I was like, did just Jason come out of you or something? Like,
Like,
and my daughter was like, who's that?
right?
Because she's not so
Oh.
much into those kinds of movies. But
Yeah,
I mean,
the
the
age gap,
boy,
you know.
yeah, I mean, when you went to
I feel that
you
way with
know,
my kids.
anyways, so a lot of those, is that a part of the tradition for this year, the Halloween theme?
Yes,
Gotta
yes, we
ask.
will have a Halloween theme
'Cause you
again.
you weren't like all detail about that.
No, we don't have we don't have the name of the Halloween theme yet, but it will be themed about it. It's right before Halloween. It's the weekend before, and so we'll have a Halloween theme for that. For this
So
week.
I have to ask you. You talk about dressing up like this, dressing up like that. Are there certain kinds of foods that are themed based? I have to ask because because we're going.
So we.
You're
Trying
like,
to think. We did the s'mores, which of course is the camp
Yeah.
theme type thing, but no, we don't really have anything like a spooky type food or whatever
Oh,
like
okay.
that I can think of that we did.
oh, awesome. Well, maybe.
Maybe that's a good idea.
Yeah, you're like, hey.
Might be taking that back with us.
All right, so let us know about the community events
Okay.
that Empower Camps is a part of. What do you guys do as
Yeah,
far as
so
community events?
Beyond camps, we also try to do some community integration, which is
Uh-huh.
just little small trips here in town.
Oh, okay.
So, like, we've helped a group get to go to a Texas Tech basketball game.
Were you a part of that group?
I wasn't a part of that group. No, several other people got to go for
Oh,
that
okay.
one. So they got to go to a basketball game, and we're trying to get into where we're going to take people fishing and different things like that. In fact, we might be setting up down here outside
Hey,
your, outside
I
your
know,
radio
there's a
station.
big ol'
You'll see us out there. But we'll be going out fishing and doing several different things. So we've got a lot of different ideas that we're trying to get into.
Really? Okay, so let me know. I know that we had talked about the actual office. Is there an office here in Power Camps?
So the office, we are in 5120 29th Drive, which is over by Adventureland or
Adventure Park?
Adventure Park.
Have you been there?
I have not.
What?
Apparently that's why I got the name wrong. Sorry, Adventure
You're
people.
good.
So anyways, we're right there. We're in Suite C.
Oh,
So
okay.
you'll see us. You'll see a big sign that says Empower. That's our day program side of things,
Uh-huh.
which is a separate piece, but that's the day program. And then in Suite C is where the office is, and that's where you'll find
Oh,
me.
okay. Now I do know that now that we're talking about Adventure Park, there actually there's some kind of construction in that area. I don't know if they're adding on or what, or
Yeah, I don't
there
know
might
what
be
they're
a
doing
new
over there.
building coming, or I really don't know. But interesting that you actually brought that up because I think the last time that I passed through there was some construction work. I was actually taking the kids there, and we loved to get on those go-karts. That's probably something that you would like to do because I mean there's
Yeah, that
a
would be
really
fun.
cool little event section right there.
My kids have been there, so
Yeah?
we have been there, and I actually they had a car show outside of it one time, so I was there for
Oh,
that. but
wow.
I haven't been inside of it
Amazing.
yet.
All right. So, last but not least, go ahead and give us the contact information about Empower Camps just in case if somebody's tuning in and they thought of someone that they would love to go to one of these camps.
So our website again is empowercamps.org.
Uh-huh.
You can find us on social media on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at Empower Camps of Texas.
Uh-huh.
And you can also call me at 806-239-2364, or you can email me at Caleb, C-A-L-E-B,
Okay.
at empowercamps.org.
Okay, so guys, just a little FYI here. By any chance, if you're tuning in this morning and you want to find out details about this amazing organization, you can text us here at 806-419-4660. Refer to Sonya, and I will get in touch with Caleb, and of course, pass the information to Caleb as well. Caleb, thank you so much for coming by the studios this morning.
Well, thank you again
All
for
right.
having us.
About time, right?
Right,
The
yeah,
interview
well, it's
finally
good.
came through. So we are so thankful that you are here. We're going to, of course, find out more about the opportunity that is coming really, really soon. Like he mentioned, a fundraiser for July 29th. We need to set a
July
date for
29th,
that
yes.
prior to that date.
Sounds
Okay.
good to me.
All right, guys. Caleb, thank you so much. You
Thank
have
you.
a great day. Okay.
All right, you too.
All right. Walk by Faith Radio 98.7 FM. Let me say that correctly. 922 here at the studios.